For today's story, we are bringing about equality among the sexes. We recently covered a woman who pleasured herself and managed to shoot herself in her own vagina. But today's story, it's the boys' turns. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Uncivil Law, where we learn through the misfortunes of others. As always, I hope you will enjoy this legal education content, and today is the day I earn your subscription. Yes, my friends, the stupid knows no gender bounds. It knows no gender bounds today because, whereas before, a woman decided to please herself with her loaded 9mm, the guys decided to one-up themselves. Instead of 9mm, how about 45 ACP? And instead of a vagina, how about my balls? You're breaking my balls. Yes, I am with a 45 ACP. Let's discuss this story. Yes, a guy has an online group that points a firearm at his own genitals has a predictable accident. A member of a Facebook group dedicated to men who get their rocks off by posting photos of loaded guns pointed at their privates got a bit trigger happy and actually shot herself in the junk. Okay, my friends, time out on the uncivil law. Time out on my uncivil law. Okay, apparently there is a fetish group on Facebook, and this fetish group is of the nature of men who get their rocks off by posting pictures of loaded guns pointed at their privates. The stupid is very, very real. The stupid is so very, very real. So very, very real. The unidentified member of this group, loaded guns pointed at, from the San Diego area, pointed a video of himself pointing his .45 caliber M1911 semi-automatic as genitalia. After a brief pause, the gun went off. "Hey boys, I might have effed up," the man wrote in a gross understatement above a photo of a towel stuffed between his legs, along with blood spattered on the floor and a copy of the Constitution. The outlet reported, well, I have to say I've never really considered that question before. That's a new one. I've never really considered what the Constitution has to say about pointing a loaded .45 1911 at your own balls, but apparently he's thought about it because he has a copy of the Constitution blood spattered on the floor with the result of his own work. So, good times. Wow. The original footage and subsequent thread was deleted, but the group's members later uploaded the gory mess again. As he bled, the man wrote, "God's caliber, .45, went through my scrotum, mattress, box spring, and floor." He thought at first the round just grazed his testicles, which, with a 45 ACP, okay, but later found out about the damage at the hospital, where he posted a photo of himself in a green gown while lying on a gurney. Turns out it wasn't a graze. The round went right effing through me. What I thought were two graze wounds turned out to be an entrance and exit wounds. You're busting my balls over here. You're busting my balls. With a 45 ACP. Went right through him, man. Oof. An administrator for the Facebook group, which rewarded that nut by making him an admin himself, told Motherboard he's 100% okay. He went to work the next day. Okay. The reason we're calling him a king is partially because the poor guy already shot himself. Don't think he needs to be chastised as well. I'm quite sure he learned his lesson without the entire world calling him an idiot. In one meme created by the group, which changed his cover photo to a screenshot of the man pointing the gun ahead of his penis, Barack Obama is seen as giving him the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Wow. Okay, fine. So that brings us to the end of the story of a guy who decided to one-up our recent cam girl, who decided to please herself with a 45. This guy knowingly and purposefully and with intention pointed a loaded 1911 45, which is God's caliber, at his nuts. And apparently God does not want him to procreate because he shot himself right through his own nuts. So, and apparently there's a Facebook group devoted to people getting off on pointing guns at their loaded genitalia. So, again, I don't know why I have to tell you guys this, but I'll tell you it anyway. Rule number 1, the gun is always loaded. Rule number 2, perhaps the most important in this particular description, don't point the gun at anything you don't wish to destroy. And rule number 3, keep your finger off the trigger until you're prepared to fire. These rules were all very, very violated. Very, very violated. Not as violated as his nuts were. And that brings us to the end of the discussion of this case. Thank you so much for being part of the Uncivil Law family. If you enjoyed this legal education content, please hit the subscribe button. It really helps the channel grow. We appreciate your continuing support. And until later, my friends, cheers and goodbye. We're sorry. The uncivil law that you've tried to reach is disconnected or no longer in service. Please try the number and try your call again. Message 45. The uncivil law you've tried to reach has been disconnected or is no longer in service. Oof. Oof. Oof.